What is going on, guys? Oh my gosh, has it been a long time since I've done one of these videos? My goodness. Okay, well, today we are going to be talking about the best attacking operators, in my opinion, for this game, Rainbow Six Siege. If you don't understand this game, you'll learn a little more about this game. This game's been out for 7 years, so I would hope you learn a little bit, or at least heard of it. So, yeah, we're just going to hop right into the video. This is all my opinion, by the way. Just don't get mad at me in the comments, please. I do apologize if you don't agree, but hey, that's just me. I'm going to be looking at it in the ranked sense, not the pro sense. So, this is just my opinion and my understanding of each one of these operators. Maybe you think I put someone in the C tier that you think should be an A tier, or maybe I put someone in B tier that you think you should be an S tier. Okay? This is all going to be my opinion, and I hope you enjoy. Let me know what you think the operator tier list should be. But what I'm going to do here is I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiers. It's going to go S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, and D tier. So S tier is like the best of the best, and then it just goes down from there. And then D tier is just, I feel like, are useless, or they're just not good, or they are in really need of a buff. But yeah, let's get started. Alright, to start us all off, it's going to be Havana. Havana is the best attacking operator. That is just plain and simple. Her Type 89 hits super hard, okay? She's a 3-speed. She is a hard-breaching gadget, and I feel like she's good in every single situation. Now that you can switch your pallet. I think the word's pellet. The little X Kairos. I'm gonna call them the fidget spinners. Okay, you can select how many fidget spinners: 6, 4, and 2. Okay, and ever since I gave her that, I would say it's kind of a buff, honestly, so you can use them more in different situations. You can open up peek holes, you can open up patches, you can open up walls. She's an all-around good operator, and there's really nothing else to say. And her difficulty, as it says here, is a 1 difficulty. It's not that hard to play her. Everyone can pick up the controller and figure it out. It's not that difficult, and honestly, I just think she's just the best operator. This is just starting off strong. This is my opinion, and I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say in the comments. Okay, next we have Thatcher. EMP grenades. You know how many electronic gadgets are in this game now? There's way too many to count. He counters all of them. It used to destroy all the gadgets, and now it just temporarily disables them. But he's still busted. I just think he's one of the original operators, and they did such a good job with him that you don't really need to change him because he's just that good. They had to really nerf him because if he destroyed all the gadgets, the defenders wouldn't have anything to stop. Okay? His gun is great. Both of his gun options are great. He's got the pistol, which, surprisingly, he's the only operator from the SAS that never had the SMG-11 at any point in time, which is kind of crazy. And there's a reason he's always banned in ranked matches. It's because he's too good. It's very rare you actually have to face a Thatcher online, but every once in a while you will find one, and it destroys your complete game plan of defending. I feel like this is a no-brainer, honestly. He's just that good. I don't really know what else to say. Next we got Ace, another hard breacher, the second hard breacher on this list of 4. There's 4 hard breachers in total, technically, but I mean, unless you include the gadget, like the side gadget. But no, Ace is one of the newer operators released about 2 years ago. It was I never even thought they would put another type of hard breacher into this game, but he's so good that he counters the bandit trick. His detonation time on his breachers go off so fast that the bandit can't trick them both. So if you throw them on both sides of the wall, if you pair it with a Thatcher or a Twitch, you throw it on both sides of the wall, the bandit can't stop both. So he's honestly just very good. He's got the AK-12. AK-12 is honestly, I would say, top 3 best weapons on attack, no question. It's very manageable recoil. He's a 2-speed, so that means he can get around the map pretty relatively fast. And he just brings so much so much gadgets and like opportunity for your team. I feel like you always have an ace nowadays instead of a Thermite. Thermite's kind of starting to sink down, but Ace is he's just a better version of Thermite, and you could throw these things, which is even better. So then you can just get them around the map faster and stuff like that. But I would say he is an S tier operator. Alright, to finish up the S tier operators, this one might become as a shock. Pun was not intended there actually. But yeah, I have Twitch. Okay. She's got the F2, which is one of the fastest firing weapons in the game. I would say it's manageable recoil again. They nerfed it a little, or buffed it technically. They buffed it a little bit so you can manage the recoil a little bit better. Ever since they gave her the buff of letting her drone jump, I feel like she's got more in playtime, because it used to be you can't get over a shield. The shield just stopped her from doing anything. But yeah, she can destroy the gadgets for you. She's got a great weapon, 2 speed, 2 armor, so she can take some shots and she can move pretty quick. But the F2 is just one of the, I wouldn't say it's the best, like top tier weapons in the game, but I'd say it's very up there, just the amount of recoil you have to control. But it's manageable. There's really nothing else to say except she destroys gadgets. She's basically a Thatcher with a better weapon, I'd say. And it's just easier to, like, it's not that difficult to play her. All you gotta do is know how to drive a drone, and everyone in this game has a drone. So you have some use of a drone before. So I'm sorry if I'm fumbling on my words here, but I would say this is a good way to finish up the S tier. Alright, starting off the A tier, we have Ash. Used to be an S tier operator with that R4C. That R4C was crazy. It's still a very good weapon, but you gotta actually control the recoil now. I honestly use the G36 way more. What do I have to say about Ash? Rushing entry fragger operator. You honestly can just play Call of Duty. If you play Call of Duty, you'd love this operator. It's pretty plain and simple. She's almost picked every single round, every single game. So you're going to see an Ash on the leaderboard somewhere. I don't really know what else to explain here other than it's Ash. She's been one of the best ever since the game came out. That's all I got. That's all I got here. Okay. I had Yana right after Ash here because she has so much, like, visual, like, she's basically a human drone. She's like unlimited drones if you get it off in time. You can use like 5 or 6 of these in a round. If you use them, like, I didn't say 5 or 6, but I'd say like 4 or 5. But you can use 4 of these in a round. You got 2 drones, you got frag nades, and her ARX and the G36C are great weapons, no question. And she can get so much intel just being on the team, but you have to have like team coordination. If you're playing solo and you play Yana, there's really no point except for pinging. But it's basically a moving alibi. They just took alibi, changed her a little bit, and stuck her on attack. That's what she did. Okay? She's just a human drone. That's all I have to say for her. She's just a human drone, gets so much intel, great weapons, great utility, and she's just an overall very, very good operator. Alright, next we got Maverick. Maverick's a 3-speed, 1-armor operator. He's got the M4, hard-hitting weapon, very hard-hitting weapon. He is one of the only operators I can't really think of a counter. Anyone counters him other than nitro cells. You know, obviously you're gonna face a Maverick when you're playing on Chalet or really any. You'll see him very, very often just because he's got the nades that he can just burn a hole through the roof and then throw it, get the gadgets, or he can just burn the wall down. He does the burn the top, burn the bottom kind of thing. The AR-15 is pretty good too. I don't really see a lot of people using it. Actually, I was facing a guy the other day that was using it. I was questioning his ability, but he was just popping off. If it had more ammo in its mag, it would be a very good gun. But the M4 is just such a godly weapon. No one can counter him, and he's got a blowtorch, which is awesome. And he's honestly just never really sucked. I think he's a very consistent operator to pick. As long as you know how to use him, you're gonna get the wall open. That's all I say. And The only thing that I could think of you not getting that wall open if the Maverick tries to lay down and just gets his head popped through the hole he's making. But he's just such a good operator, and he's the third hard breacher technically on this list, and he's just so fucking good. I had to put him in A tier just because the S tier, I just feel like he couldn't fit all the requirements for it, but A tier for sure. Okay, Finka. What is there to say? She gives your whole team abilities to the point where there's no recoil, extra health, and I don't know if it gives you a speed boost or not. No, it does not. I don't know why I thought that for some reason. I think it's just the heartbeat when you have the nanobots in your system. It just makes you feel like you're going to be zooming. She can revive teammates from across the map. She can revive herself. She has an LMG and the spear, which is very good. And every once in a while, you see a rush with Finka's shotgun. It's just, you can't stop it. She's just too good. And then she's got nades, which is always good. She's just a threat in every single level. I had to put her here because she just changes the game so much. Surprisingly, you don't see a ban very much with her, but I feel like you should. But I love to play her. She's such a fun operator to play and pretty simple to use. Hit a button, and you can boost your whole team, help out your team. But that's why I have her in the A tier. All right, I got Jackal. A lot of you new players, if you haven't played before, Jackal is busted. He was busted in the beginning of the game, and I thought he was bad, like in year 2, until they dropped Lion. Okay, there's a reason he's always banned in ranked matches, because he tracks the roamers. The only counter to him would be Caveira. It's not even a hard counter, it's just you can't see your footsteps. But he's such a good operator. He can get you so much intel with just scanning someone's footprints. Even if it was like the 2 ping or whatever you get, that's still crazy. And then his C7 is so good, no recoil. Such a fast and hard-hitting weapon. And then you got the PDW, which has no recoil, and it's a 50-round mag. It's basically an SMG. I think it is an SMG. I'm not even going to lie. It is an SMG. I knew it. What? There's a reason he's always banned and ranked. It's because no one wants to face him. Because he's so good. But he's really annoying, too, which kind of sucks. But when you get to play him, he's so much fun. So easy to use, I would say. All you got to do is scan some footprints and know how to manage a little bit of recoil. But that's why I have him in the A tier. Alright, the last of the hard breachers is Thermite. You know, I used to have him up in S tier just because he was one of the only hard breachers. He was the only hard breacher until Havana came around. He's not that hard to use. His gun is pretty good, I'd say. I mean, it's not the best weapon, but it's hard hitting, and he's not that complicated. You put the thing on the wall, blow a hole in the wall, and you can walk in. Pretty nice. You see a lot of these, but I wouldn't say he's, top tier. He used to be, but not anymore. He's just the weakest out of the hard breachers, I'd say. He's got, does he have smokes? He does. He has smokes and stuns, so, I mean, you can get a quick plan off if you really wanted to. You can cover. He's just a very consistent operator, and he doesn't suck, obviously. He's just the worst out of the 4 hard breachers. I don't really know what else to say here. I'd say he's just good. It's pretty easy. Look at his description for his exothermic charge. Sets an exothermic charge on a wall that destroys reinforced walls. Pretty simple. Pretty self-explanatory. But, yeah. Alright, to finish up the A tier, I have Sofie. Along the lines of Thermite, I would have had her in S tier if they kept her the way she was, but I'm so glad they didn't, because she was stupidly overpowered. 4 concussion nades on release, 2 impact nades, the AK, which just fucking beams kids. They finally added recoil to that. She had breach charges too. Oh man, is she just an absolute tank. She's got so much utility along with her drones that she can there's nothing you really can do other than just take it when you see her shoot those concussion aids into it. I don't know what else to say here. She's 1 difficulty, not that difficult to play with. 2 speed, 2 health, as long as you can manage the recoil now on the AK. And she's got the LMG. I didn't even remember. 151 rounds in an LMG. Like, that's just stupid. Honestly, one of the best operators in the game when she released. Not so much anymore. She's not one of the best, but she's definitely up there. And when she released, they finally patched it. She can't revive herself anymore, which was the withstand, which was kind of cool. But yeah, I think this is a good way to end the A tier. As much as I hate this operator, this is a good way to start the B tier. Osa. She's got the PDW. She's got Thermite's gun. Both easy weapons to use. She has a shield that you can place down. And I'm glad it's clear because, you know, it's easy headshots when you face one. Or you can just get a really annoying one that sticks it on the window, like on Consulate. That was my favorite operator to use on Consulate when they go upstairs. You just stick them on the bomb site windows, and then you can't do anything about it. She's something. That's all I got. She's a very good operator. I hate this operator face, but she's so fun to use. It's a love-hate relationship here. I don't really know what else to say other than she can get the job done really for any site. And if you have a good OSA on your team, you're gonna be able to plant very easily as long as she's got your back. I think it's a good way to start off the B tier list. Okay, IQ. I was saying this earlier with Thatcher. There's so many electronic gadgets in the game. She can just see them all. Okay, she's got the Commando and the AUG, which are both very good weapons. And I forgot the LMG. The LMG is stupid. I would say all 3 of her primary weapon choices are amazing, and her pistol is not bad at all either, which is amazing. You can see almost every single gadget. You can point out the Captain's Legions, fucking Thunderbirds, Valkyrie cams, Cades, everything. You can see everything. She can just, gosh, and you can ping it now, which is helpful for your team. And she can see the bomb sites. 3 speed, 1 armor. Very good, very fast, very good fragging operator if you want to use it. I just had a voice crack, no, don't mind that. But yeah, it's a very, very good operator. Okay, another weird operator I have in B tier is Flores. Okay, he's such a weird operator. It's basically a Twitch and a Thatcher put together that can just explode shit. Okay, I call it the armadillo drone because I think it's funny when it just kind of folds on itself and then it blows up, which is hilarious. His guns, I wouldn't say are best options, but I think if they gave him any other better weapon, he'd be honestly one of the best operators and most overpowered operators in the game. It gives you another way of get rid of gadgets, which is helpful, like barbed wire, nitro cells, shields, bandits, Jaegers, all that kind of crap. 2 speed, 2 armor, so pretty balanced there. All around, just a very, very good operator. And he gets 4 of these drones, so he's got a lot of different options here, what he can do with them. You can stick them on walls to make a little rotate or whatever you need. And honestly, he's got some swagger with the scarf on. Yeah, he's definitely a B tier operator. Okay, Sledge. Bare bones operator. When you think of Rainbow Six Siege, I always think of Sledge for some reason. Just because he's such a simple operator, but he's so good. Like, you can just breach any soft wall you want, hatches, floors, anything like that. He's your man, okay? And he's consistent with it. His guns are amazing. I think they took away his SMG-11, which I'm kind of pissed about. But the L8 is just a solid weapon, pretty simple to use. When people first get Rainbow, I decide, I'm like, play Sledge, super easy to use, get used to him, and once you start getting used to him, start playing other operators, you can venture out and see what else you can do. But he's got nades, he's got a very easy weapon to use, and his gadget's super simple, but it's such a big factor in games, because if you're playing vertical, you can just open up the entire floor and you just can't do anything about it other than nitro. I just think he's a very solid operator. They haven't really changed him other than get rid of his SMG-11, which honestly, very good decision by Ubisoft there. But yeah, Okay, a little bit of a shock here. I have Ying, okay? She's such an annoying operator, but she's so good used in the right hands. If they don't have a Jaeger or a Wamai, Ying's your gal. That's all I'm saying. Flashes the entire room, but you can flash your own teammates as well, which kind of sucks because if you're trying to get a plant down though, and she's got smokes, so you throw the smokes in, throw those candelas in, get that plant down, they can't do anything, which is awesome. But then again, if the Jaeger or Wamai can just counter so easily. Her gun is very good, very easy to use, and it's an LMG, so you can just hold down that trigger and just kind of fire away. So, very good operator, very easy idea. It's just a flashbang, so just figure it out, man. I'd say she's a B tier operator, but very fun to use, and it's always hilarious when you use the shotgun and you just flash the entire room and go in there with the shotgun. But I like her pistol too a lot. Her pistol's very good. Alright, Buck. The first season of DLC Operators, Buck came out. He's basically a Sledge, just not as good. He's more of a fragger than Sledge, but I feel like he's a little more difficult to use than Sledge just because you have to get the angles right with the shotgun. He doesn't have nades anymore. He doesn't. I forgot about that. His gun has kick, but very manageable. Again, with the vertical gameplay, not a lot of people play it, but when you do it right, you can change the whole gameplay. I just feel like I had to put Sledge and Buck in the same category. I just feel like Buck is a little worse, just because it's a little more difficult to play with the gun and the gadget, but it basically does the same thing as Sledge, only just not as effective. But yeah. Alright, to finish up the B tier here, I have Montagne, whatever you want to call him. I hate shields. I feel like shields should not be in this game. I hate Clash with a passion. I hate Blitz with a passion. I hate Fuse when he uses the shield. I hate Montagne. But he's such a good operator. You can get a plant around him, and it's just really annoying when you can just block a doorway and you can't do anything about it. Pretty simple to use. You just hold down that shield button, and you can just walk in. God, he's such an annoying operator, but he's so good. I don't really know what else to say other than he's a shield and he can block doorways, help plants, and he's got smokes. So, he can give you callouts with a good Montagne. I used to have a friend that played Montagne all the time. He doesn't play the game anymore, so I don't have a Montagne. But, yeah, pretty simple. I don't really know what else to say about him. But he's a good way to finish up the B tier. Alright, starting off the C tier, I have Lion, one of my favorite operators to use, but he's also the most toxic, honestly. He used to get banned all the time because people just didn't want to play him because you have to stand still to stop him from spotting you, which the most broken operator ever in the game that released was right here. Him and Ella, I would say, but I feel like he just gives you wall hacks. I don't really know what else to say besides he gives you wall hacks. You get a lot of intel from his gadget. It's not that hard to use. Like Finka, you just gotta hit a button, he changes the game, which is kind of frustrating, not gonna lie to you. But he's such a fun operator to use. I love his gun. His gun is honestly one of my favorite on attack. It's a good 50-round mag. It hits pretty hard, and it's a headshot machine. I honestly might main him from now on just to be that toxic person that plays the Lion, but he's so good, and so much intel can come from just hitting a button. I think he's a great way to start off the C tier, and I think he fits perfectly in this category. Alright, Fuse, following Lion here. Fuse, pretty basic concept for an operator. Let's just put something on a wall, shoot some cluster nades in there and get some kills, explode stuff. Which is super cool. His guns are great. His LMG is amazing. The AK-12 is amazing. He's not that hard to use. I feel like him and Sledge are the most basic operators you can play on attack. It's just more, I feel like he's just got more utility. But I think he fits perfectly into this category. They did give him a buff with a 4th cluster charge, and he can put it on reinforcements now. So he can burn through those hard walls to send in his gadget. But I feel like he's such a loud operator, he's so easy to know. Like, if you at least know the sound, you're going to get out of the room. It's a hit or miss with this guy, honestly. He's fun to play. You know, every once in a while you like to do it when you're planting the bomb or whatever, but I'd say he's a very good operator, very balanced, and it's just annoying. I don't really know what else to say here. Alright, Blitz. You know, this might be a shock to you guys, but I have him in C tier just because I don't play against him very much anymore. He's annoying to face because he's got that flash, and they nerfed him pretty hard, and they buffed him pretty significantly. Originally, he was a 1-speed, 1-speed, 3-armor operator, and he's got a shield, and he's got a pistol. So, I hate shields so much in this game. They shouldn't be in this game, that's my opinion. He's got a flashbang on his shield, which is very annoying, but very easy to kill. Punch his shield once, and you got opportunity. I'm so glad they didn't release him what he was in the alpha. I never played the alpha, but he spawned in during the prep phase. Just thank God they didn't put him in the actual game like that, because I would hate that so much. But very, very, it's an operator. That's he's a C tier for sure. All right, Gridlock. Oh man, where do I start? Her F90 and her LMG are both very good weapons. She's like a Ying. I feel like if you're playing, I mean, you're playing ranked, obviously. That's what I'm judging all this operator stuff off of. She can lock down a room with just her gadget, just throwing it in there. She's a very good planting operator. You throw the smokes in and then throw the gadget, and then you start planting. She can lock down a room. Her guns are not hard to use. Very fun. She can take shots. I don't understand. I feel like they gave her extra health, but she just takes shots. Pretty basic to use, not too difficult to understand. Like, click a button, seal the room off, you are all good. I wouldn't say she's overpowered, I wouldn't say she's underpowered. I think she's right where she belongs. You don't see a lot of gridlocks, but when you do, it's kind of annoying because you gotta shoot all those gadgets. Every once in a while, you'll see like a noob run into the gadget and kill himself, but honestly, not a bad operator. Okay, Dokkaebi. I was debating on putting her in D tier or not, but I feel like C tier is a good spot for her just because you can get so much. Sound is the name of the game in Siege. So giving away your location and hacking cameras, not a bad gadget at all. Very good. I forgot I have the elite skin for her. I forgot she even had an elite skin, if I'm being completely honest with you. I mean, if she had an automatic weapon other than the SMG-12 or the C7E, what is it? C75, whatever the backup gun is, I feel like she'd be very, very good. The DMR, it's something. And she's got the Boss G, which is just a meme gun. But I feel like she doesn't make that much of an impact other than if you can get the cameras. You have to kill someone. You have to get the cameras and you can call them. But she's a C tier operator for sure. I was debating on putting her in D tier, but I feel like she's a little bit better than some of these operators. You know, I might counter my argument a little later in this video, but for right now, I think C tier is where she fits. Alright, Cali, another alternative to Thatcher, just not very good, honestly. I only have her in C tier. I would have put her in D tier, again, like Dokkaebi, just because her weapon is just not... You have to hit your shots, and it's such a slow-firing weapon. I know if you hit someone, you're going to kill. But it's so hard to aim a sniper when you're getting shot at by automatic SMGs. Her gadget, very good. I know she's getting a buff soon, I've heard. So hopefully, you know, they give her a better weapon. I like the idea of this gadget, but she's just not... She's only useful in certain situations, and someone has to sacrifice an automatic weapon to play a bolt-action sniper rifle. She's great for getting the wall open, and there's really nothing else to say other than she's got a sniper, and her gadget's very good. That's why she's in the C tier. Also in C tier, I have Zero. You know, I was looking up some pro leagues the other day, and I've noticed that Zero gets played very differently in Europe versus like North America. It's very different strategies, but his gun is pretty good. He's got the Gone 6, so that's awesome. He's basically like a Valkyrie on attack, so you can get some utility out of that, and you can shoot gadgets with the little shock part. So it's basically a Twitch and Valkyrie combined, and stuck them on attack. Not awful, not very good either, not that effective. There's really nothing else to say for him. He's a hit or miss operator, to say the least. Alright, Amaru. the rushing queen of this game. Either you're gonna get 4 kills or you're gonna die off the spawn. Her guns are very good. She's got the bearing 9, doesn't she? No, she's got the SMG 11. Sorry, she's got the SMG 11 and the G8. Both very good weapons. You have to rush. You have to rush with her. That's kind of, she's just a meme operator, honestly. Not that effective because she'll die off. Like I said, you'll either die off the rip or you'll get 4 kills. There's no in between here. C tier for sure. I wouldn't put her any higher. I wouldn't put her really any lower. It's just hit or miss with this operator. Alright, to finish up the C tier operators, I have Capital. He's not really effective. Honestly, I don't see a lot of them. He's a 3-speed, so I mean that's always good. His gun suit's so incredibly slow, but he's also got an LMG, which is very fun to use. I think just Gridlock's version is just better, just because you can reload it faster. And it still hits as hard. It's the same weapon, only a smaller mag. Capital, I mean, I guess they kind of give him a buff with the fire, how it can spread faster. The smokes are, yeah, they're okay. I feel like he has to be put in the right hands to be good. You're not just going to pick him up, you're not going to pick up the operator and just go off with them. I mean, if they gave us this assault rifle faster shooting, and maybe it hits a little harder, he'd be very good, but I just don't see it happening anytime soon. I feel like he needs a rework, I'm not even going to lie to you. He's just bottom of the barrel kind of thing here. But now let's go into the D tier here, the last tier. Alright, start off the D tier. We have Glaz. Oh my goodness. He's just not good. I mean, he's got nades, which is awesome. I don't see the point of having him for having the Gone 6 for him. They tried to give him a buff with the thermal sight, and then they thought it was too overpowered, so they nerfed that. And then they gave him more bullets on a mag. He's just not a good operator. I'm sorry. Maybe you think he's S tier, but I honestly think he's trash. I think he's funny to play because he's a meme, and his elite skin animation is just fucking sick. Okay, I only use him just a meme. I don't see him useful in any situation ever. That's why he starts off the D tier list. Alright, this is where I might get some controversy here. I have Knock in D tier. I don't see her ability really working like ever, because you can't sprint with the gadget. I mean, she's got nades, I guess, which is kind of helpful. The FMG9 is just, I feel like she can have such a better weapon and be very good, but she's just not good. I'm sorry. She's very intimidating looking. I'm not even gonna cap. She looks very tired, like terrifying. I would be, every once in a while she'll sneak up on me and just spook the fuck out of me, but it's like a vigil gadget that's not very good. I'm sorry. Her weapons, her gadget's pretty, The best thing about her is her nades. I don't really know what else to say. And the deagle. I love the deagle. That's always fun. Speaking of the deagle, the last and final operator. Alright, to finish off this list, I have Blackbeard. Very selfish operator. He's got the deagle, which is fun. The scar, or whatever you want to call it. Fortnite kids are going crazy with this guy. He's just not good anymore. I'm sorry. He's just not it. He's not useful in any situation other than sitting on a window, maybe peek him with a Montane or an Osa, but other than that, I don't see any use for him. They need to rework him in some way, shape, or form. He used to be broken, everyone knows that, but I guess the only good thing about him, I could say, is if you're fast enough to shooting someone's head, you have a split second from that bullet hitting your shield to react. But other than that, he's the worst out of the operators in this on attack. That's all I got. Alright everyone, I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think of the operators, see what I did wrong. I can see some controversy with some of these operators I put in certain locations, but obviously it's my opinion. Like I said, please don't get mad at me. Just let me know what you guys think. I had a great time making one of these videos. It's been a while. I think the last time I did this was when Mozzie and Gridlock came out. So Burnt Horizon, that was over 3 years ago. So I felt the need that I had to make another one of these. It's updated. The Defending Operators will be coming out tomorrow, so if you want to look at that, go for it. If not, it's fine too. I hope everyone enjoyed. Please like and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. And I can't wait to see you guys in the next stream or video. Peace.